Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
How are you? And how are you, listeners? Live from New York, it's Tuesday morning.
Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
Time heals everything. It's a song. And time heals everything.
What if I had a full on like ragtime band behind me and we were just playing live?
You had an opening number prepared.
It's like what's the Muppet that plays the piano?
Animal? No, he's the drums.
No, Ralph Mouth. Is that? Hi, Kenneth.
Kenneth, it's so good to see you.
Kenneth, are you related to Anthony Alfonso? I had a crush on him in college. And he's not on Facebook. Or if he is, he's invisible to me. Well, thank you. I'm from Norway, BroadwayWorld.
Oh.
We have a celebrity in the house.
International.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Cool.
I guess the Alfonso family is not as small as the Rimalower crew.
Oh, God.
There are so few Rimalowers that we're even related to the people that spell it differently, the Rimalovers. Like, can you imagine if you were not only related to every Nolan on Earth, but also all the Nolans?
You know, I used to work at this bank. I was a teller for 5 years, and there was a customer who came in, and his last name was spelled the same as mine, and that's the only other person that I've ever met that has N-O-L-E-N. That's not him. Yeah.
Well, you've obviously never met, hi, Tarryn. You've obviously never met former Sweeney Todd and Patti LuPone Sweeney Todd live in concert Judge Turpin, Timothy Nolen.
Is that Ian?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it's funny that he should come up because this actually relates to my what I'm kind of shoehorning into my Who Do You Think You Are, but it's really just like a huge topic that I just have to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So my dear friend, Andrew Gans, friend of the pod, who's written for years and years, the legendary Diva Talk column on Playboy.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Andrew gets enough credit, actually, because, you know, back in the day, I mean, Diva Talk on Playbill started in like 97, maybe even 96. And everything else on the like theater internet was either fan stuff or it was like news.
Mm-hmm.
Diva Talk was like the beginning of like this whole culture of just like us and like every other queen just being like, you know, blah, 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 gossip and opinions and blah, 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 you know. And Andrew really started it all. But anyway, Andrew invited me to this Facebook group a couple of weeks ago, or recently, maybe less, called Evita High Flying Adored. And
High Flying Adored?
Yeah, that's like the song from Evita, High Flying Adored. So it's Evita hyphen High Flying Adored. Yes, thank you, Dolphy. Hi, Adolfo. Andrew Gans is legendary. But this Evita group, this Facebook group, Evita High Flying Adored, has completely taken over my life.
Really?
I tell you that I spend every waking hour. I can't even keep up with all the new posts, let alone my new life's work, which is to go through the entire history of posts, because it is all these people, like, there's such a community of us Evita fans, and it's not like you'd think it would be like, well, there's the Patty Queens versus the Elaine Page ladies. You know, forget Patty and Elaine. I'm talking about like, you know, everyone that ever played it everywhere has like a community of stans to come together in this Facebook group. And what I am most obsessed with now is all the replacements in the original London run in the early 80s. Because Evita in London ran until 86. Is that right? It ran a very long time. I mean, it closed on Broadway in 82 or 83, but it ran way past that, and it had opened in 78. And for some reason, all the Broadway replacements, maybe just out of solidarity with Patty, to me, all those replacement Evas are just like trash, like Darren Alte and like Lonnie Ackerman and Valerie Perry. I'm like, go home! But like any Hobag that played Evita in the London production, I'm like, she's divine. I need all the bootlegs.
Bootlegs.
And I brought up, I think it's Timothy Nolen with an E, but maybe I was wrong and I told poor Daniel the wrong thing. Yes, BroadwayWorld Norway. This is why I made the segue, because one of the things I've connected with in this group is I've been in an Elaine Page hole that I'm not even going to talk about today because that'll be a whole other week's work. But they sent me a bootleg of Elaine Page as Mrs. Lovett in the City Opera production of Sweeney Todd, which I saw in 2004. And when I saw it, Mark Devlin played Sweeney, but he didn't do all the performances. And Timothy Nolen, who I knew because he had been Sweeney in Hal's original City Opera production in like 84 or 85 or whatever. But also, Stephen, we don't care about that. But also, oh, I didn't know that actually, Stephen. I do care. That is sad. But anyway, show business. But that's show business. But Timothy Nolen played the judge when we did Sweeney Todd in San Francisco with this for PBS. And so anyway, but Timothy Nolen did some of the performances of Sweeney in New York City Opera in 2004, opposite Elaine Page with Judy Blazer as the beggar woman. And so that's who's on the bootleg I got, which is what made me think of it. But I thought his name was spelled with an E, and I want to know if I'm right or BroadwayWorld Norway is right. And I would have felt really confident, except that like, it's not like some fan from Norway. It's BroadwayWorld Norway. I feel like
it is Ian.
Yes, BroadwayWorld Norway. You better spell check. I don't know how you people spell it in Norway, but here we U.S. Americans like to get it right. No, we don't. We're the worst. We suck. We have Trump as president. Norway's awesome. I wish I lived there. Okay.
Me too.
Anyway, so one of the people that I am most obsessed with of the London replacement Avas. Yes, me too. George Hearn was so lovely to me during Sweeney Todd and Three Cities and A Little Night Music, and he's such a wonderful man. And I understand that he's not well, and he's rather on in years at this point. But I have just the most incredible memories of him. You get all the breaks, BroadwayWorld Norway. You have my heart, and you're probably really hot.
Not even a real person. Consciousness.
Anyway, one of the London replacement Evitas that I've always been into is Stephanie Lawrence. Yes. Stephanie Lawrence is probably best known because she was the original London Pearl in Starlight Express, which is when I first was getting into Evita and got the Angela Weber Premiere Collection CD that had Elaine Page doing Memory and Michael Crawford doing Music of the Night and Julie Covington doing Don't Cry for Me Argentina, and Marty Webb doing all her business, and it had Stephanie Lawrence singing Only He from Starlight Express. Okay. And then I got all these Andrew Lloyd Webber compilation CDs where Stephanie Lawrence sang like every song from every Andrew Lloyd Webber show. And I was just like, meh. She's sort of like cheesier. She doesn't have like the bite of Elaine Page or, whatever. But I saw her when she originated. Oh, this is what she's probably best known for. Duh. She had not been the London original, but she was the original Broadway star in 1993, Tony nominated, of Blood Brothers. And I saw her, and it was one of the best performances I've seen on stage in a musical. Then later on, Petula Clark took over the role and toured in it a lot, and the Cassidy brothers and Helen Reddy did it on Broadway. But Stephanie Lawrence was the original Broadway star, and everything I thought about her was wrong. She was a real actor, and she was sensational. And I got obsessed with the fact that she had been a replacement of Evita. You'll love this about her, Daniel. This is very your journey right now. You can't do that to me. I didn't know you had a bicep. It's not, skinny people. I probably have a bigger bicep, but it's just drenched in Lola lasagna. Put it away. Put it away. You're distracting me. So here's the thing. What am I talking about?
Elaine Page hole.
Yes. So Stephanie Lawrence, there was 2 flop pop operas about Marilyn Monroe in the early 80s. One on Broadway that starred Alison Reed, and one in London that starred Stephanie Lawrence. So I thought you'd find that interesting.
I want to hear those. I'm like reading this Marilyn bio right now.
You should read the Ken Mandelbaum section about it in Not Since Carrie. Anyway, so Stephanie Lawrence, I saw her in Blood Brothers, and then she died of an untimely death, I think in like the year 2000. Apparently she had a really a lot of emotional problems. I think she was an alcoholic. Somebody should write a book about her. I'm fascinated by her.
Oh my God, it's our friend Joe.
We have muscles. That's why he jumped in. Joe's like, yeah, look at that with the emoji. He's like, don't be making tongues at Daniel's wimpy little whatever. Hi, Joe. Goodbye, Joe. Okay, this is the thing. Stephanie Lawrence died for our sins. But on this Evita group, one of the things I was like, is like, I want more Stephanie Lawrence. Oh, by the way, the one clip of her in Evita I ever found, besides all her like random Don't Cry For Me's from concert compilations, is her doing Buenos Aires on this audio only bootleg on YouTube, where I don't know what her problem is, but she fucks up all the words and gets totally lost. It's like really crazy, but it's such bad quality. But anyway, so in the group, I found this clip of her. It was listed as Stephanie Lawrence Rainbow High. But it's not really Rainbow High. It's barely Rainbow High. But it's insane, and I'm just so in love with Stephanie Lawrence right now, and I hope you all will be too.
Okay, so now we're doing Who Do You Think You Are?
Who do you think you are?
Wait, what?
Oh.
Did that play?
It played, yeah.
Okay, cool. Here we go. You ready, guys? I'm so excited. I played the wrong song. Quite a long video. I was just waiting for it to end. Oh my God, so good. I love it.
So she basically that's Watch Close Me Now from A Star Is Born, from the Streisand A Star Is Born.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's what it is. But it's so random. And that opening,
I thought it was amazing. Like I was like, oh no, my internet's fucked up. Nope, it was just like music video.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what it is. I mean, she's just. There were so many great Stephanie Lawrence videos for me to choose from too. Like, there's one of her doing Putting It Together, but it's like the Barbra Streisand lyrics, and like, but like with boys giving like lifting her up like Mame, but like she's not really dancing. Her choreography is very like.
Putting It Together.
Yeah, it's so random.
I love Putting It Together with like chorusmen.
It's like so not Sondheim, but like it's Sondheim. And she's like, I remember vinyl is expensive.
Vinyl is expensive.
Oh my God.
Everyone.
Don't you just love her?
I love her. And that's a video. I'm going to have to do a deep Stephanie dive.
Yeah, I mean, I have I'll send you all the stuff I have of hers. I don't know if most of it would be on wherever Bernie voters get their MP3s, but it's I mean, most of her recordings aren't that great. I mean, she's always sounds good, but I think you have to see her.
Me too.
Her little punum.
Wait, I love this fact that you're on a Facebook group. That's so like vintage. It's like throwback.
Wait, Colin, I didn't know there was an OLC. Oh, I guess I did know that. You know what? I never listened to it because I always listened to El DeBarge singing the title song on the American concept recording. All right, I have homework, Colin. I'm going to listen to the OLC. Yes, I'm in a Facebook group. It's 2009.
Should I join a Facebook group? Do I need that in my life? Probably not.
I mean, I feel like I probably belong to a lot of them and I've like muted them or like something like that, you know? But thank you, Colin. I will listen. But I wish there was a Broadway one with Francis Raffel and Andrea McArdle and future friend of the pod, Jane Krakowski's.
Wait, future friend of the pod? What do you mean?
I mean, that's one of my goals. To be friends with Jane Krakowski's.
That would be fabulous. I want to go to her apartment. It looks so nice.
Yes, I want to steal her Tony.
Can you imagine stealing someone's Tony? That's like
she like closes the door. She's like, I'm so glad Ben and Daniel came over here. They're so sweet. And then she's like,
cut to you running down the street with it in your hand.
Wait, BroadwayWorld Norway says there's no sound. Wait, is that for everybody or just BroadwayWorld? Just Norway.
Just Norway. Norway muted us.
Yeah. Anyway,
Why?
Molly Pope. So yeah, Jane Krakowski's Tony.
Krakowski's Tony. What's your all beef today?
Don't I get a break? Like we gave Norway a break.
Wait. Oh, it's back.
Thank you, Norway. How do you say thank you in Norwegian?
I don't know.
You don't have any Norwegian in you?
Not in years, honey. Speaking of Bernadette, from the intro, I was listening to her Bernadette album this morning when I was getting ready. It's like such a nice way to ease into the day. You know, she's just such a crooner on that album.
She is such a crooner.
Every song is like a ballad except for Broadway Baby, which she really slows down.
It's even that. Tusen tak.
Thank you, Caroline.
All right. Well, my all beef patty.
Wait.
I hardly know the woman.
I'll start again. Well, my all beef patty. And this really just came up for me during the pod this week, which, by the way, everyone should listen to because we do a deep, dirty, dark down dive into the First Wives Club. Sounds like fuck, but replace F with T. Tuck.
Oh, like Tuck Everlasting.
Tuck you.
Tuck Everlasting is my drag name.
Very good. So yes, listen to our listen to our First Wives Club podcast this week.
Watch the movie on Amazon Prime.
Or purchase it on iTunes as we Warren Democrats do. At least I didn't say Mayor Pete.
Yeah, do not let people think that we are Mayor Pete stans in here.
Yeah, or if you're a Trump voter, you could just kill somebody. If maybe they would have the DVD.
They've probably never seen the movie.
I don't know. Ivana's in it.
That's true. Oh my God, I was also watching this interview. I don't know how I'd never seen this, but there's an interview of the three ladies, Bette, Goldie, and Diane, on Oprah. And
I saw that in real time.
And I'm pretty sure it's the same interview. They Ivana phones in from her yacht or whatever. And it's so bizarre. I skip past that, but it's so bizarre that was there was a time when the Trumps or people surrounding him were just thought of as society people.
We're all culpable. Adolfo, we only grazed the topic of the First Wives Club musical because neither of us has seen it, but that doesn't stop me from shaming the creators.
We do talk a lot about the First Wives Club musical with Faith Prince on our Faith Prince episode. She was famously Brenda. She talks about auditioning for it. And what song did she sing? It's the crossword song, but she replaced Hecky, is that his name, with Morty?
For her audition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, was crossword puzzle in First Wives Club? Was it like Holland, Dozier, Holland, Maltby, and Shire?
But now that we talk about this a lot. Sorry, what?
No lols for that. Anyway, so my I'll Beef Patty today is about something that came up during the pod, which was Daniel noticed that the play where Elise Elliott in First Wives Club appears, which is called what, A Woman of Substance? Or
of a certain age.
I mean, come on. Plymouth Theater. And Daniel was like, Kristen Wiig impression, Plymouth Theater, what kind of name is theater is that? And I was like, no, the Plymouth Theater is like the real theater. Like that got like changed to the Schoenfeld. With which, to which, from whence I derive umbrage. Because, you know, first of all, we've talked about this on the pod. I'm a Taurus, and I'm very much, I don't like change. I would rather do something hideous and unpleasant than change to something wonderful and new. So it's already an uphill battle for me anytime anything is changed, and I would really just prefer everything keeps the name it has until I'm dead. But if you're going to change the names of a Broadway theater, why not name it the Ethel Merman, the Mary Martin, the
Jerry
Channing.
Yeah,
the Jerry Herman. Well, he was still alive then, and Jews don't name after the living. But they named these theaters after Jerry Schoenfeld, and the other one became the Bernard Jacobs. Well, the Jacobs, and like Schoenfeld and Jacobs were fucking fat cat lawyers who represented the Schubert organization when it was still the Schubert family, I think, in the 50s or whatever. And then they took over the Schubert organization. So they were producers, but they were really theater owners, you know, and they're you know, if you want to name it after a producer, how about the David Merrick or the Joe Papp? I mean, you know, Joe Papp, he doesn't need you to name it after it because he's got his own theater, see? But like,
what is his voice? Zoe! Oh my God, there's the mug I love. Listen, better late than pregnant, as Joan Rivers says. Someone said that.
So I hate that, and it's like, I don't know. Nowadays, well, I won't even get started on nowadays. But the point is, it really bugs me that I mean, I suppose the Schoenfeld is better than like the Cadillac or like, you know, the Ford Center.
Yeah.
True to form, because it was called the Ford Center when I moved to New York. I'm like, it's called the Ford Center. Don't call it the Lyric.
Ooh, the Prince Theater. That'd be fun.
Yeah, totally. Yes, the Prince. I mean, there's a million names. You know, there's more great artists in the pantheon of Broadway than there are Broadway theaters, and I don't think we should start willy-nilly renaming theaters. You know.
Yeah. The Vicki Clark Theater, you know?
That will never happen. There can't be a Vicki Clark Theater until there's a Patti LuPone Theater East and a Patti LuPone Theater South and a Patti LuPone Theater Repertory and a Patti LuPone Theater Musicals.
Evita, now playing at LuPone West.
Okay.
Starring
Stephanie Lawrence.
Speaking of the Carol Channing Theatre and the Ethel Merman Theater, are we ready for Dolly Concert Kill?
God help us, yes. Just to answer, everyone give us your suggestions for Dolly Concert Kill. These are 3 performers. One of them you'd like to see as Dolly Levi and Hello Dolly. One you'd like to see in a peak career concert, and one that you would like Daniel to sneak out in the middle of the night and terminate. But to answer Kent's question, the Hirschfeld is named after an artist. It's wonderful. Although to me, that will always be the Martin Beck, but I don't even know who Martin Beck was. Who was Eric Fisher anyway?
My favorite theater is probably the Wintergarten, but I love the Hirschfeld because during intermission, you can just like look around at all the pitches.
Yeah, it'd be weird if they had all those Hirschfelds at the Jacobs. No, but it wouldn't, because what are you going to put at the Jacobs?
That's right. You're watching Hamilton as you're watching us?
Wow.
Multitask. Okay, here we go. Beloved Kenneth.
By the way, Hamilton at the Richard Rodgers, well-named theater.
Well named, very well named. My first theater I ever went to. I saw my first called Tarzan.
Or at least St. James was a saint.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
There's a fly. Okay, this is yours.
Okay. Well, I don't think people are gonna like this, but I would like to see Etta as Dolly. I don't know whether she can act, and I don't know whether she'd be funny, although I bet she would be funny. And I bet if I did a deep dive, Etta probably did some theater at one point. But regardless, I just want to hear her belt that score, and at least she'd be sassy if nothing else.
Yeah.
And Ella concert the house down. And I mean, I appreciate Billie Holiday, but I wouldn't say she's my fave, so I would have to lose her.
Okay, this is yours too, because I don't know. I know I guess I do know some of these people. I don't know Margaret Whiting, though.
Okay, I'll do it. This is from Dan Fortune, Margaret.
Yeah, Mutual Music.
I would want to see Hamilton as Dolly, Whiting in concert, and Margaret Thatcher, if she weren't already dead, I would be an assassin in the British Empire.
Okay, this is mine. Love it. I love Nicole so much, but I also love Laura. And Reese would arguably be the best choice for Dolly, but I like her the least out of everyone, so I know. So I'd have to say, it's so hard. I guess I want Nicole as Dolly, just to wear the costumes, and then an evening with Laura Dern. Sorry, y'all.
Strong disagree. The stars of Clueless, Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash, and Brittany Murphy. I would like to see, this is tough. I guess Alicia as Dolly and Brittany in concert, because Brittany's a better singer. And I would really love to see Brittany as Dolly, but I think between the two of them, that's a better division of labor. And Stacey Dash, that former Trump administration liaison, she can take a journey to the beyond. Thank you, Adolfo.
Was he?
If Adolfo Blair says he was, he was.
Rainbow High School, yes. Rainbow High. Oh, wonderful. I love this one, Joe. Oh my God. I want Lisa Kudrow as Valerie Cherish as Dolly Levi. And then I want Jane Krakowski, I suppose. Sorry, Julia. Which one do you want?
Who's Dreyfus?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Oh, he's
Richard Dreyfuss?
I thought Dreyfus was some one-name pop star like Robin.
Or like the dog on Golden Girls.
Yeah.
And Miss Dolly. Okay. I forgot our Shakira Sama.
Oh, sorry. Oh, just a second.
I need to find a way.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm live.
Are you good?
Yeah.
I about took it to the full screen.
It's all right.
Okay, I want Shakira as Dolly. Or do I want Selma? No, I want Selma as Dolly, Shakira concert, Sophia Hill.
Sorry, go ahead. Take this one too.
I want Prince's Dolly would be pretty epic, but I think I would rather see Prince in concert because I never did. And then I want Faith as Dolly. Are you back?
Yes. Woo! I would like
This is a good one.
Kathy. I'm still mad at Kathy Bates about that Annie, but
I'll be fatty.
yeah. Kathy Najimy do her one-woman show.
Yeah.
And Kathy Bates in concert. And sorry, Kathy Baker.
Was it? Yeah, it was you who told me Kathy and Jimmy did a one-woman show about Bet.
Yeah, it was so good.
Fabulous. I need to get my hands on All right, the final one, Joyce DeWitt, Suzanne Summers. You have to do this one too.
Okay. I will take, this is tough, but I think Suzanne Summers is a trumper. So I'll take Joyce DeWitt as Dolly, Priscilla Barnes,
and chat with you guys. I feel like we know you so well now. All right, Patty, take us out.
Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
Time heals everything. It's a song. Time heals everything.